What is going on, guys? I hope you guys are doing well and welcome back to the channel. Yes, you already know, wrenching on the Toyota Tacoma again. It's been an absolute blast going back to pretty much to the basics, working on this truck pretty much almost every day. If you guys haven't watched the last couple of videos, I've been really focusing on this truck and the new transition to the new build. And today we're going to be installing a Holley intake. Yes, back in the day I was running an intake, but unfortunately the one that I was running was not compatible with the ARB Safari snorkel. So I've heard that this one here is going to be compatible. Not only is it going to sound good, but they say you'll get, I want to say 13 pounds of torque. I'm down for that. So enough said, we're going to open up the box. We are going to get this bad boy out of the driveway onto the street. We're gonna hear how it sounds. We're gonna see if we feel any type of difference as far as torque goes. And yeah, definitely give you guys an option if you guys are in the market for an intake for a Toyota Tacoma. Enough said, let's get started. This is gonna be the area that we're working with. If it looks a little different than yours, that's because mine's really dirty. And yeah, I use my truck. And also, my cover for the engine is not there as well. So it's pretty straightforward. I have installed an intake before, so it's probably gonna be really easy. And yeah, we're gonna start by simply just removing and loosening up all these metal hose clamps. There's gonna be one here, and there should be another one right in there. And after that, man, but first, let's see how dirty this filter is. I'm actually pretty scared to show you guys just because it's been a while since I've cleaned it. Oh, it's actually not that bad. Let's see. Ah, oh man, look at the bottom. Let's see if I can get this thing to light up a little bit. Eee, look at this. There's a lot of gunk. Definitely not good, but no biggie. We're actually gonna keep this. We're gonna wash it because this is washable, and we're just gonna leave it just in case we ever have to reuse it. But I doubt it. I think the Holley intake is gonna do a phenomenal job as far as the fuel efficiency, the sound, hopefully some torque. But enough said, let's keep going. So for the most part, every hose clamp that you see that you're gonna be removing is just a 10mm socket. So we're gonna start by removing the one that connects to the throttle body. And then we're gonna move over to the one that connects to the intake itself. Like that. Now once you do that, you will also have a small hose right in the back of the intake. You just want to turn it, you want to pinch it out just like that, and just gently move it around and try my best not to block the shot. All right, there we go. Now before you pull this out, you will have a sensor here. And you do have to remove this, and we are going to be reusing it. So it's going to use a Phillips screwdriver. Take that out, very gentle. Make sure you don't go Hulk Hogan on these bolts or screws, because once you strip them, yeah, you don't want to strip them, that's for sure. So I hope you guys are able to see this here, but here's the sensor. Get a better view here. And then all we're gonna do is just gently move it out and pull it out. I think this one is the mass air sensor here. So definitely do not want to move this. And then all we're gonna do now is remove this little clip here. Just like that. And there we go, put this aside. and don't lose it. All right, so here we have everything removed here. I definitely have to give this thing a clean, and I know people are gonna go crazy in the comment section because some people just drive it to Costco, they drive it to the mall, but hey, I offered my truck and that's why it's so dirty. But inside the intake box where the filter goes, you will see two 12 millimeter bolts, one here, one there. And if we go over here on the other side, you will find another one here. Just to give you guys a better visual, I did just remove the box, but pretty much at the bottom of the box you will see a hose and another hose clamp that you have to remove. It is going to be a little tricky to get in there just because everything's so crammed between the box and this washer fluid reservoir, but once it's all gone, once you remove it, it should look like this. So here we have all the components that are going in. We have the area where the filter goes. We have a scoop. They call it the ram air scoop that goes up front, which makes everything a lot better performance out of the intake and the engine. We have the intake itself. We have a brand new air filter, or intake filter, and then we have all the rest of the hoses, the clamps, everything that we're gonna need. We did run into a little issue, and this is perfect because this is all R&D for Holley, and at the same time, if you do want to go this route, then this will be the solution for you if you are running a snorkel. So this hole here, by the way, this coupling, I just put it on. I just went to pick it up from Home Depot, but the coupling hole here that is from the OEM intake is 4 inches. And then the one on the Holley intake is actually 5 inches. So the Holley intake will not fit this coupling here. So all I had to do is go to Home Depot and buy this rubber coupling, which is pretty neat because it already comes with hose clamps. It was only $7. And for those of you guys that don't have a snorkel, then all you have to do is just purchase your intake. But for those of us with snorkels, go to your local hardware store, Home Depot, Lowe's, purchase a 4-inch coupling, and we are just gonna do a slight cut here, slight modification just to make it a little shorter, and it should fit. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so moment of truth here. You're in. That you want to make sure that everything aligns here, and it does. Yep. Ooh, that was a first. Usually I fail, but it looks like everything lines up just perfect. And now we can just go ahead and tighten this up, put those bolts back in, and continue with the install. I'm absolutely amazed how this worked, but ciao! For the rest of the install, it's pretty straightforward. All you have to do is just reverse the process, install everything just like you took it off. Now, there is a metal bracket that will go in between the air filter and the intake itself. But Holley themselves have done a great job when it comes down to the detailed instructions that come with the intake. So for the most part, super easy. It's going to take you probably no more than an hour to install this intake. Now, before we hit the road to see what type of performance, what type of sound, what type of torque we're going to be getting from this intake, I do want to note this. When it comes down to the coupling and the hose clamps, you want to make sure that you do not over tighten these things. For the most part, the couplings will do a very good job of sealing everything around it and making sure that no element, no water, dust gets into the throttle body or the engine. But you do always just want to run your finger around the coupling around the throttle body, around every area in this intake to make sure that you don't have any gaps or you have any areas that are not being secured by the hose clamp. All right, so first impressions here. We're gonna start by giving it just a little bit of gas. Nothing yet. Oh yeah. There, you hear it. Oh yeah, you can definitely hear it. We're gonna go around here, Stewart and Gray. See if we can hear it again. I'm not too sure if it's a noise that makes it feel a little more torquey or if it's actually picking up a lot quicker, but who knows? Who knows? We're gonna go around here, give it another shot. So that take right there was with the windows down. Yeah, it's definitely a lot louder. I think just the fact that my truck's really heavy, it's really hard to tell whether it's a little faster or not, but you can definitely tell the difference as far as the sound of the engine. Definitely sounds a lot more beefier. But overall, I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see whether this is just not all noise. Hopefully it improves with gas, and hopefully overall feel a quick response or a better response when it comes down to the throttle. Oh, that's funny. I've missed that sound, that's for sure. All right guys, so that pretty much answers the question. Yes, this definitely does work with a snorkel, but you will have to go to Home Depot, get yourself a hose. The good thing is, like you saw earlier, it does come with clamps, so very small modification needed. You can definitely do a better job than me by cutting it, but no one's ever gonna see that, especially once the clamp is on. Now, if you do have a stock Tacoma, you can definitely be expecting this to work automatically. You saw the install, it's pretty straightforward. And I'm telling you right now, I've definitely missed that beefy sound coming out of the engine. Unfortunately, back in the day, the old intake that I had did not work with my snorkel. So now that finally I'm able to get my hands on one that took small little modifications in order to make it work, I mean, it was all worth it. What was it, like $8 at Home Depot? Man, that's nothing. Now you might be wondering, George, why are you working on your truck so much? Well, I got tired of the old setup. As you can tell, I recently did an alley cap canopy. Our tent is on its way. I even wrapped this truck. Yes, this is not the original color of this truck. It used to be white. If you haven't watched the other videos, yes, this truck used to be white. Now it's satin dark gray. Marvin and Beyond wraps, pretty much wrapped the whole entire truck. That's another video that we are going to be doing very soon. But yeah, definitely be expecting a lot of installs coming soon. Now the next install that we are going to be doing on this truck is going to be a Holley high clearance exhaust, because the one that we currently have definitely has to go. The last time we went to Arizona and Moab, it was scraping all over the place, so it's definitely got to go. Not only that, but if we do have an exhaust that sounds nice and we do have an intake that sounds nice, it looks like performance is going to be a lot better. Gas mileage might be improving, and it's definitely going to sound a lot better. So as always, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to read more on these products, you already know it's always linked in the bio, and in the description. As always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.